Hello. Hello. Ooh, good morning. Good morning. I'm not... You think the chat thing is broken? Yeah, it's broken. I'm just going to get rid of that. I tried fixing it before stream, but it didn't work. So we're going to just remove that. There, we get more space then. Good morning. It was working like an hour beforehand, and then that's when things break, apparently. This is good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, we'll get to that. But yes, hello. It's 11 p.m. You're completely opposite. It's 11 a.m. for me. Jesus, that's crazy. Well, then I can let me center myself more. Can I? There, that works. That works. Okay. Good morning. 10 a.m. for you. Jeez. Well, get your 11 p.m. coffee. Anyways, hello. This is the like monthly coffee thing because I wanted to do because we don't have conventions, though. I completely forgot Pony Fest was this weekend, so that is I'm sorry about that. But I thought it'd be fun to be able to interact with people without the conventions. So yes, hello. So what I've been wanting to do with this was follow it up anytime I do like a new video, I guess. And because people like behind the scenes stuff, I'm thinking, right? And to allow if anybody has any questions. So this is kind of an AMA thing. So if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, I'm all ears. Just keep it PG-13 at least. But other than that, I do want to go through because people like the behind the scenes stuff and some of the information to kind of go through some I just put out the video yesterday now, and if people want to see some cool stuff. So like for this, so this is actually in the video. This is Yona. Who's your favorite MLP character? Well, by way of main six is definitely Rainbow Dash, but other than that, do I have anybody that's a favorite outside of that? I've been asked that 100 times, and I don't know. Maybe it keeps changing. Like design wise, there's ones that I like different, but character wise, no, I'll probably still stick with Rainbow Dash. I can't think of anything else right now. My face makes me laugh. So actually, this is in the video. This is the face when Yona's walking up, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's on there or not. What's the dumbest thing you've seen this year? That's a hard question. I can't. There's been a lot of dumb that's happened this year between like COVID and the fires in California. It's been a dumb year. So if there's some dumb thing I've seen this year, it would be 2020 for sure. Have you used Animate Light Warp from Workshop? No, I haven't. I have played with Light Warp a little bit. For those who don't know what Light Warp Light Warp is, it is a it basically tells the engine how to handle light and dark. From light to dark, it's like a little strip, and it is you can change it so that it's stronger on the edges and not as much of a gradient. It makes more anime-like. I have played around with that a little bit, but that I haven't really went anywhere with it. You guys are very talkative. I love your eyelashes. Thank you. I guess the first time I've ever heard that. Oh, now my dad calls me. Sorry, I'll call you back. I'm gonna catch up here. Uses Rainbow Dash, Final Scratch, Octavia, and Derpy. You can't have 4 favorites. It doesn't work that way. What do you think of Pony Life? Are you excited about new caster for G5? I like change. Pony Life to me is a little bit of the same, but with a change, which is great. I love that. But with G5, when they said it was going to be a whole new cast and a whole new story, everything, that made me like it more. Yeah, nostalgia is great, but the whole show itself was a brand new thing when it came out, and it doesn't mean they can't make that magic again. Maybe they won't. You don't know, but you don't know until you try. And so I think it's going to be cool if they go in a new direction with it for sure. Uh, what are your ranks in Monster Hunter? I think I'm 78. In the normal rank. I can't. We've been doing throughout some Iceborne. We've been taking it real slow because we have a group of 4 and we try to keep everybody on par with each other. So we are slowly working there. I think I'm 78 is my rank though. I think I'm super excited about the 2 new games that are coming out. Nice mug. This is Warhorse made this actually. Here, let me zoom back in here. So this is Warhorse gave this to me for my 100,000 special. He's got it on there. So and it was super cool. I only use it for the stream. Otherwise, it sits to be pretty, and I really like it, and it's perfect. So I do like it. It's good. I love the animations. They're so funny. My favorite Celestia singing Luna's management. Yeah, that video is stupid. And do make sure to check out Viva's video. That's what that whole thing is based on. If it wasn't for him, that thing wouldn't exist. I'm going to explode and obliterate the universe right now. Good for you. It's good to have ambition. Do you like us listening to Luna retiring, making Twilight the queen? I thought that was kind of stupid. Like, Luna was gone for 1,000 years. She comes back for like a couple years and then retires. I'm pretty sure she's well rested. She could take over for a while. It seemed like it was shoehorned in, is what it felt like. But it's okay because the ending still was good. How long have you been animating? I have been. Let's go on the adventure of my profile on Steam. Yeah, it's too many. I started back just after season 2. I had never done any anime before that. I played with the Source in it a little bit, so I kind of understand that a bit. But that's a big number. Almost at 9,000 though. Probably hit that next week. Oh my god. SFM coffee. Yes, SFM coffee. Will you continue this with G5? Yeah, I don't plan on stopping animating. And actually, if anything, I've been going hard at it even more than I have in the past couple of years. So I've been a little more motivated. So like we have a Discord now where I get to chat with people a lot more. Again, probably because of the COVID thing that I finally decided to do that. I've made the Rathlos account for Twitter. That's a lot of fun to do. I do Twitch streams still twice a week. So if you're interested in stuff like this, I do it 7 hours a week at least. I do plan on still making stuff, and I want to try to get it on a more regular schedule. I'm putting out like weekly content on YouTube right now. Animations are only about once a month, but I'm still I want to keep up on it. I do want to keep doing it, but I want to spread out a little bit. Yeah, I know, not pony stuff, but there's only so much on the pony thing before it gets repetitive, before it gets to where I lose some of the interest in it. So if I jump around, it makes the pony stuff more interesting to go back to. Kind of girl in real life, sturdy and hard-headed, being like polar opposite, a very chill guy. No, actually, the main reason I've kind of gotten in, or that Artie is kind of my favorite, is because of some of the way that people wrote her in stories. That kind of got me like that. In the actual episodes, I felt like early Rainbow Dash sucked. I didn't like Rainbow Dash, but later on, the way her character developed, I liked it more. But no, I don't know if I don't know what my type is. I enjoy right now just being a single guy because it's I don't know. I have, with how much time I have a full-time job and on the side, and that has nothing to do with YouTube or animating. But I have a full-time job and I do this on the side, and by then I just don't have much free time. Wish they would stay with Twilight and teach her everything they knew. I think that would just be more of the same. The one reason I think it's nice to change things up is that it's not just retelling the same stories, which I felt like they were kind of getting to. Have you ever thought about 2D animation? No. I do not want to do any 2D stuff because I am not. I am not that big on it. I've kind of done a little bit like After Effects, but that's about it. Very, very minimal. Oh, there's a lot of messages from one person. There's more out there than LPS support. Okay, yeah, actually, I found that's actually surprising. With like, I've been doing more non-pony stuff, and the amount of people that have kind of jumped on board with it has been pretty cool. I really appreciate it. Are you the imposter? I saw you venting. I'm not sure. I don't vent much. And hello, Shocking. Would you ship an MLP? I used to be. I've always been a fan of Twilight, but I think it's almost just because the colors go well together. That seems like a stupid reason. And hello, Cubic Cube. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Who? Oh wow. Okay, I got kind of kicked up here. Let's make. Who would you ship? Oh, you just can't stop repeat the questions. Just ask it once. I'm trying to keep up with it. Who do you think would win in a fight, Rainbow Dash or Applejack? Oh, Rainbow Dash, because she could just drop stuff on Applejack. Like, how would you beat that? You're in. I was gonna say in space. Like, maybe go really fast. What is your full-time job? I work as a quality analyst. But I legitimately cannot say where I work. Part of my contract. So. But I'm a quality analyst. I do spreadsheets and website stuff. You were so talented. Well, thank you, and you're so cool for being here. Appreciate it. Really love the Rathalos series. I'm gonna call it a series. Those are just so random. Like I have no plan with those. All I do is I go through the audio for what do you for the Francis, and I just grab one that sounds funny and make a video from it. They are very spur of the moment. The idea for it comes 24 hours before it's done usually. So, but that's why they're fun. I love doing spur of the moment stuff like that. Love your videos. So thank you very much. What would you say was or is your biggest project? I would probably say the Australia video. Lengthwise, it wasn't very long, but Australia video had constant changes in scene builds that were super complex and constantly were each one required a huge amount of investment for like 1 second of video. So that one took a long time. Like even Remembrance wasn't as big of a project as that. Remembrance was actually pretty easy. I had to learn a lot for it, but it was easy. But compared to the Australia one was definitely the hardest. Do you like doing this? Yes, I love doing this. I had a little bit of a bit where I was kind of trying to get out of things, but it's more of I started trying to get out of obligations is I think what I was trying to do. Like I was doing I was jumping on a lot of side projects. I was jumping on a lot of like community guest stuff and side stuff, and then I was putting less time into my stuff. And I've kind of thrown almost all those obligations away. Other than like the Cider Fest of Winnie City, I usually don't apply for any community guest or anything anymore. I'm trying to keep it to where I can actually do the things I want to do instead of the things that sound cool, but then I'm not doing what I want to do. So I'm finding I'm slowly working my way into where I want to be. If you would be on a veg, no. Are you a My Little Brony? I don't even know what that question is, but sure. Actually, I got into the pony fandom because of the My Little Brony board on Meme Base. So, in a way, if you did a complete remake of the Twilight Hearts and Hooves Day animation from 6 years ago, how much different and improved do you think it would look? Well, for one, I don't like remaking stuff. So even if I had the opportunity to, I wouldn't. It was a learning opportunity, and actually, I don't think it would be much better than what it is now. I think some of the facial stuff I might have been able to do a little better, maybe. Well, actually, probably the lighting. I think I could have done the lighting a little better. But other than that, I think it was great how it was. I don't think I'd want to change it if I could. But I don't think it would. I probably wouldn't do it. Is probably the main thing. That's a long project, and I'm trying to stay away from those for a while. What do you think of Pony Life? I think Pony Life is great. I just never watched it. The memes that come from it are great, though. So I can't give too much opinion. Remembrance was emotional for us. Oh, um, I I had like no emotional connection to that video when it was done, and it was only when I went to the conventions and saw people that had watched it that I actually realized what kind of a connection people had with it, and that was cool. Because until then, if you find a movie that you think is really really sad, then you go and watch it for 9 months straight and see if it's still sad for you. No, you'll probably just start seeing all the mistakes of like, oh, if you stop at frame 10,467, you'll see that there's a mark in the corner or something. That's how I saw it for a while. Did you ever watch Rainbow Dash going Super Saiyan? No, I don't know what that is actually. I'm trying to catch up here. History of Your Name. It is from Oblivion. This is way back. This is over a decade ago. I was trying to come up with a name that would be, because this was more when the online presences started coming up, that was consistent and that wouldn't have numbers because I don't like numbers. So I was playing Oblivion at the time, and I had some problems in the game when I was playing as a Khajiit originally, and that with drowning in a mission that wouldn't complete. So I played it, restarted as an Argonian. And so that game had Argonians, and then you had the Daemons, and so I just mixed the two together. And I, as far as I know, have never had to put a number on stuff, though, because of the YouTube thing, I've had a couple situations where the name is sniped in a couple places, like Reddit. So I've tried to grab my name where I can in some places, but I've been using it for, well, probably close to 15 years now. I was going to change it for the pony thing, but I'm glad I didn't. Please say my nickname, Spanish Boy. Sure. That was an easy one. Could you make more Twilight videos? No, I don't want to. I didn't want to do any more shipping stuff. I did a couple because it was a genre I wanted to try out, and I was going to do one of them, and then Twilight came about because somebody came up or commissioned the idea, and I already kind of wanted to do it, so I went with it. But I did the genre, and I want to move on. I prefer comedy by far. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing real good. I'm tired. Like, I spent all of Thursday evening editing this video. I spent then Friday streaming and replacing part of our deck, and then today I'm doing this. So I'm a little tired, but that's what this juice is for. It's the brown wonderful coffee juice. Have you seen the stuff that Adam is doing? Yes, he comes into our voice chat every now and then that I have with all my friends, and just like it's all Fall Guys. And now he's starting to get into Among Us. He just wants to do beans. Hell, if I can do models without lip syncing, I'll be all on board too. I like your animation, your mini movies. Thank you. Last time I remember his dog. Oh, no, I'm not talking about poop. What would you do if you were in MLP in real life? I wouldn't want to be. I like where I am. I enjoy life as it is. There's a good chance that jumping into something like that might make life worse. Old Scrolls fan. I had never played Morrowind. I played Morrowind or Oblivion back when the 360 first came out, and I have played Skyrim. I wouldn't say I'm like a fanboy or anything in the series. I enjoy it, but I'd probably say I'm more of a Fallout fanboy than I am a Elder Scrolls. What's your favorite project to work on? Probably leaving the stable. And if you ask me like tomorrow, I'll probably say something different. But that one, I didn't have to do any audio work. If I don't have to do audio work, that's great. But I got to really play around with cinematics, and I love cinematography. So that was a lot of fun for that. So you like video games? Yes, I love video games. I wish I could put more time into it, and I do plan on trying to stream more on Twitch for some video games. Right now, it's just been a lot of SFM. We should do. Answer your question. How is the right way to say your nickname? I really don't care if you say it wrong. I've had people say anything from Argentina to Armageddon. It's the way I always see it is Argo Daemon. If you say demon or Argodemon, I don't care. If you make a complex name, you have to roll with it. I didn't think it was really complicated, but when you make it yourself, it doesn't. You don't see it that way. Where would you be if you had never had a YouTube channel? That's hard. I probably wouldn't have stuck around with the fandom as long as I have. I enjoy it, but I love the creative side of stuff, so I don't know if I would have. But I don't know. Even my career that I have now I only was able to get it because the animating thing and help me see what I have, the potential that I have, not just in 3D animation or anything, but in other areas or any area. And so it gave me the drive to push. And so I've been moving up the ladder in different careers because I had the drive to do that and the willingness that I didn't have until after this stuff. So it'd be really hard for me to figure out where I would be because it has been such a huge impact. Okay, it's literally my favorite thing right now. I don't want to get into it because I feel like I would probably play it too much too. What are we up to today? Trying to get through the questions. You guys are very talkative. I love it. What's your favorite vid with Twilight that you've done so far? Mine is where Twilight loves science. The sci-twis are fun. I'm glad that it's done. No, I bet you nobody else is, but I'm nice. It's nice to retire the character on a good note, but she's probably the funnest one to do because I can go in a weird and wacky directions. And that voice of Dr. Spara from Borderlands is amazing. You like my yesterday's video? Yes. And when I catch up with questions, I'll actually show some stuff with that here. Rocket Surgery is so funny. It's that one took a long time to make, way too long. That was, yeah. That video took over 2 years, or no, under 2 years, but only because, again, I got stuck in some other projects, other stuff, and by the time I got to finishing that one, I had been involved with lots of other stuff in the meantime, most of it falling apart, and so it's not like it took me 2 years to make. It's just I wasn't able to focus on it. Argo is a demon, yes, sure. Actually, that name has been very helpful for the Rathalos stuff now, because for the lizards. It's because we get the age version of the main 6 as models. Your future video. If there is age models for it, I only would get them and use them if I have an idea for them. And normally my ideas spawn off of like a very simple premise, and then I just add on to it. But I have nothing to use them for right now. Do you ever watch Rainbow Crush? And no, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Press the science button. Yes, always press the science. I don't even know what the buttons are going to do sometimes. Just press it. Makes coffee. First you were seen. I like to answer questions. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for coming. Like I said, a lot of this is because of this COVID stuff. People don't get the conventions, and I miss the interactivity of talking with people after panels. It's not the same. I miss the actual interaction, but it's nice to have something. Who does the voice of Crazy Twilight? I don't remember the name of the voice actor. You have to Google it, but it was Dr. Spara from Borderlands pre-sequel, and all of her voice lines are gold. You can look at them all. And the missions are hilarious. And the actual missions tree is called Rocket Surgery. So that's where I kind of got the name for it. Can you make a video of the main 6 going to another dimension with humans? No, I don't like crossovers. And I don't have any idea that would work for that. I don't know if someone already asked, but if you plan to move a Blender. No, I do plan to move to Source 2 once some of the bugs are fixed. We played around with it. Some of the flexes don't work on the faces. I ported Rathalos there because I have all the source files for that. And it works great, but until some of these certain things work better, I'm not going to move over there. But I do want to move there. I'm never going to move to Blender. I like SFM. It has its problems, and I get frustrated with it, and I hate it, but I also love it. And it works very, very well for a cartoonish medium. Blender is if you want to make things more realistic, but then you get like the Pinkie Pie 3D animations that are put out, the shorts. I'd rather stick with this because I feel like it fits the medium better. And also I want to put out more content, not try to break the mold on anything. It's hard enough for me to keep up with things as it is. What type of videos will come next? I have no idea. I haven't actually planned what to do next. I have ideas for longer videos, but not many for short. The Changeling one, I came up with the idea for that an hour before the stream that I started working on it. And that was like a month ago. So I don't know. I do want to do more videos with the changelings, but I don't want to just do multiple of them in a row. I want to mix it up. Can you make a video of the basics going? No. Do you like to make videos on My Little Pony? I like making videos. These characters are ones that I have a lot of experience with, and there's a fan base behind it that will enjoy it. But whatever the character is, I enjoy making it. That's why I've been doing a lot of the Monster Hunter stuff. The Monster Hunter stuff is a nice way to mix things up, and actually the models work better for the way I work anyway, because I modified a lot of them to work the way I want them to. But I like working on animation, or like just like making stuff, being creative. And can you make a movie? Movies are too long. I think I'm mostly caught up here. So in here, for those that like behind the scenes stuff. So the idea behind this this video was, if you haven't seen, I had Invade Your Land that I did with Pinky and the Brain audio, and I thought it would be fun to do more Pinky and the Brain, and for some reason as changelings they're just funny. These are the newer models that came out for these two, or not just these two. They're actually there's actually a couple different skins for them. So they have like yellow and stuff. I just grabbed the blue and the red. Technically, Pinky's eyes are blue and Brain's eyes are red in the actual cartoon. So I kind of went backwards, but it's because otherwise people would be yelling at me that I made Pinky not like pinkish. So I just went with it. But I wanted to make a recurring thing off of a few simple premises, and that is that these two changelings are trying to take over Equestria. So in this case, they're just trying to get inside. That Derpy has already taken over, and she is very angry and doesn't actually do much. But at the end, they always die not die, but they get expelled by explosion, and they always fly away in this very cardboard or like stiff format. So it's a couple of consistent things to do across it. Changes are scary, but you make them funny. I think that they actually have a lot of potential where they can be scary, but you can also make them do. The models are really, really well made to where you can go both directions with them, and I really, really like that. Make a video of Sci-Fi making the video lit. No, Sci-Fi is retired. Do you wish they could continue My Little Pony? They are. They're making season. They're making Gen 5. Why search engine knows a search engine mapper? The experience isn't great. That's FM. It's SFM. It's just the cartoony nature of the software is what what always brings me to working with it. It works pretty good. Hello, Patrick. So those are kind of the consistent premises I wanted to do here. And I was just looking for random audio, and when I heard one of the lines of them saying "Moo, we are a cow," I immediately thought of using Yona. I had a couple of comments where people were like, "Yona's a yak, not a cow." I'm like, "Congratulations, you got the joke." The whole point is to be that she isn't, and you're playing the joke off of. We didn't know who to put as the secondary cow on here. So originally we were going to use a Minecraft cow, and then somebody linked the Arizona model, so we ended up using Arizona. But we didn't get rid of the Minecraft cow. It actually still exists. So in the final render, if you actually look in the corner there, I don't think I actually saw a comment state that was there. Did anybody actually catch that, or was it actually like super sneak cow? Like, because I'm surprised that nobody caught that. But because like to me, I can't unsee it, but it might just be because I know it's there. But so yeah, Arizona was used. The Arizona model is kind of rough around the edges. You can't really do great facial expressions with it, but you can do some pretty cute things, I guess. Didn't catch it. Never catch Easter eggs. There's actually one other Easter egg in this video too. Because if you were on stream when I did it, don't say but. I was doing the thing before, I was talking about hiding my OC in places. So this one I decided to go ultra sneaky. Does anybody know where my OC is in this? It's not in this shot, but it is in the video. It is just really hard to see. Which one do you like so much? It's always Rainbow Dash. Super sneaky cow. Yes, very sneaky. The Yona model, though, I think this was made by Syndrome. Yeah. Super good. Like the lip syncing for it is perfect. I was able to do some very detailed motions, and because there was a jawbone, I was able to even do some of these like twisting motions, which adds so much detail to models, and I love it. And pink corruption. No, no, this isn't Fallout. This isn't the end of the world. But oh, so there's also the thing here. So with them kind of moving stiff in keyframe, I did that on purpose for three reasons. So one, I'm lazy, and I just didn't want to deal with it animating them, and I was really short on time. Two, it was moving to the beat, and for how short of a beat that is, any motion that was done would probably not feel impactful enough to actually feel like it was going with the beat. So I kept it as the keyframe. And three, I forgot what that reason was going to be. So we're just going to, but it was mainly because I just want it went with the beat better that way. And there's three beats, the dun dun dun, and with the first beat being the change of the shot, and then the second and third beat being their motion. It's the same thing with her eye motion, where the first dun dun is the switch in the camera, and then her eye motion twice is the second and third beat. I love that you made Best Pony a Queen. It was originally done because I didn't know how to end, or what were they going to see when they went in there, to where that whole changing one was where I had a one voice line, and I built the whole thing around that voice line and improv the rest of it. And so it ended up being a fun premise. This isn't as dark as the final render was, because I have to go to a different map, and then I had to mask between the two renders because this map is too bright. What is that video about? It's like all my videos are about nothing. They're literally, I giggled at something, so I made a video about it. I don't think of what other. Oh yeah, so this is just Tom that's here. I just needed a rock, so I just literally jammed a rock in the ground there so that they can hide behind it. How the guards didn't catch that they got that close, so their shadows are going over in the corner. You know, the guards at Equestria are useless anyway. Isn't the derpy part from Invaderland? Well, that's one of the consistent elements. I like having videos where you can take a couple premises, like with Sci-Fi, certain elements of the character, and you carry them across the video so that when somebody watches something, it's still a unique experience for anybody that's new, but it's still, then you have these consistent elements that are carrying over that are fun because you kind of know what's coming, but you still want to see it. And I love that kind of thing. I love subverting expectations, but still. Also, when talking about where my OC is hidden, it's in this shot. It's just very, very sneaky. Just respect Muffin. Will be sent flying. Yes, I love. Sometimes in animation, it's not about being ultra detailed. So that's where like the stiff animation and them flying away without motion. Those can make things funnier. And I love being able to find those times where the lack of animation makes things funnier than putting the ultra detail in. This look really nice for being Source Engine. Where are they actually from? I can't find the download for this anymore. It's from Canterlot War Games, which I think I have to like disable and then re-able, I think, for that to pop up. I can't remember. Where is... Because there's supposed to be like a banner. Yeah, there's nothing on the ground here. Where are they? No. There's supposed to be more stuff in shot. But I'm not seeing them. But there's normally like a big banner across here that says Canterlot War Games. And this is an actual map I think you can play TF2 in. And I've been using this a lot for Canterlot. I don't think it works the greatest for all things, but for specific shots, great. It gets the point across. It's under the bridge. I see his hoof. Nope, it's not under the bridge. There's Equestria Girls map on Gmod. That's funny. There is the Canterlot High School. I've used it. It has some problems though. I ran into a lot of problems using it. The changeling past the door. Yeah. The only reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to change it to go boom, boom, boom. And I put a lot of time into making him look right too. I can't find your recipe to give out. It's because of the aperture on here, but he's hiding in the window. Yeah, he's a very sneaky boy. Make another community now. Also, Sunset's apartment, some street section. I never saw the movie where she had an apartment, and so I wouldn't even get a reference. I'm a little behind on some of that stuff. Since Derpy is taking Canterlot, will the Friendship Castle playset be next? Yes, she wants to fly to the castle. No, actually, now that I think about it, she's Queen Derpy. But is this the model that has? It does not. So I'm not sure. I had a version of her that had a horn, but apparently that's not this one. I had a video that I did with Derpy, called Destiny, years and years ago, and I had modified the model to add some of those extra body group stuff for alicorn wings, and like Twilight has, and a horn. But apparently this one doesn't have that. That was a bookshelf. Well, thank you calling me a bookshelf. Equestria is your favorite setting? I'd probably say Canterlot. I'm normally like a nature buff when it comes to that stuff, but I love the aesthetic of. I don't like Manhattan. It's a big city, but it's just mainly, hey, look, New York. I think that Canterlot has the aesthetic of the universe, and just it feels so different and unique and scattered and chaotic, and I love it. Love from India. Welcome. With the Glanimals. Yeah, I've seen some of the. I've seen those. I think it was Red Ace that uses Sunset a lot, and I think he's used it before. But there's yeah, making an absolute full Canterlot map would be not possible. That's what's great about this map, because it's not very big, and it fills the need. And it even has you can go in here and get some Apple Bucks coffee. I guess this is why you don't buy coffee at these places. It's expensive. This cost me 30 cents, and it's much better. Don't waste your money. Anyway, oh, well, you can even tell how old this is. This place has a ton of unique things too. So down here, you have the wine cellar. You have Trixie's room. You have this is Luna's bedroom, and then Celestia's bedroom. Why this is in Celestia's bedroom, we'll leave that to Celestia. There's also then the ballroom, which is where, oh no, not there. Where am I? I think I'm down a little bit. Oh yeah. So this is the ballroom that I had the changelings bust into before. It's got a lot of unique little places. You mean Knuckles meme? No Knuckles memes. That's an old meme. That's definitely a nice place for sure. Yes, I agree. The red chain looks like a creation I thought of in my head. It was really just I had the idea to do the Pinky and the Brain shorts, and when I went and downloaded the new models, they came with the pre-colored eyes, and so I'm like, oh great, I can separate the two. That's actually a thing too here. So if you look at these two, Yona's eyes are actually supposed to be like this, like yellow. But one of the other mainstays I want to do is if they are being somebody else, they're doing changeling things, that their eye color is going to match their changeling eye color. So in this case, I made Yona's eyes blue, and I made Arizona's red, because Arizona's normal eyes are kind of piercing, and they look like this. So I replaced them with the changeling eyes, so that when you look at them, even without them speaking, you have an inclination as to who they are. I didn't make this map, so I wouldn't be able to say anything about it. If possible for a single mapper. Yeah, well, and that's the thing with a lot of the maps in SFM or whatever, is you don't have to make a full map. So all you have to really do is, like, if you wanted to make a full Cantor lot, is to just put some kind of buildings around the outside, something to contain the area. And then just you put models up into the 3D skybox in the distance. Like for instance, most of this model on the outside of here, let's say like those mountains are not actually in this map. They are in the 3D skybox, which I think is it up or down? Yeah, so it's down here. So the actual map is filled into this little area, and everything on the outside of this makes up the 3D skybox. And the skybox is then blown up to 32 times its perceived distance. I can actually drop models into this, and it will show up then here. And so this allows you to have a small area that shows lots and lots of stuff. And so you can just drop a ton of buildings and make it look like it's going off in the distance as long as it's above your view line. I've done that a lot for a lot of things, where you just obscure the horizon and then you can just show things above it. So that would work. If you wanted to make a full camera lot, the engine wouldn't handle it. Maybe Source 2. SFM has, the old SFM is 32-bit, so you can't use that much RAM. So that means it's easy to differentiate if their eye color is different. Kind of the whole purpose of doing that. I mean, that's not how the series does it. I'm doing it as an assisting aid for the viewer. And because it helps you know the difference between the two. So let's say that they both become the exact same character. How do you tell the difference? The eyes would then be different. So it's just a way to, as a viewing aid, I guess. And it's just a fun little, like, sneaky thing I put in there. That's never mind. Everybody going to become an alicorn? Yes, everybody's going to be an alicorn, and then everybody's going to be ruled by double alicorns. Thank you, weirdo with the cello. Some of the scenes are just the characters and 2 planes for a backdrop. Okay, actually, we just had a conversation about Montium the other day. He's like my animating hero. He's probably what made me want to try animating in the first place. If you don't know who Montium is, he was a part of Rooster Teeth that did Red vs. Blue, but he also is known for making Haloid and Dead Fantasy. If you don't know what those are, look them up. They are amazing 3D animations, and when you look at what year they were made, you would be like, what? Spectacular animator, and all self-taught. He motivated me to do a lot of stuff, and I wanted to work at Rooster Teeth way back. That was one of my big things. It's like early on, I really wanted to work there, even before I did animating. And when I heard that he went there, I got super excited, and I really wanted to work there. but yeah, he was really big on making really cool things with that were simple when you looked at it, and that's what I've learned animation is. But thank you very much, Joe. I can make some smaller environments if ever needed to mapping fun. I don't like doing custom stuff too much. I've requested some custom things before and I never used them because ideas change. And so it's kind of scared me into commissioning. Well, commissioning is a little different because at least you're getting paid. So even if it's not used, but for some of the stuff I requested in the past where I just never used it because priorities changed and never got around to it. And so I'm always afraid to ask or anything like that. It's the same with voice actors. I like if I can. That's what's great about like the changelings voices is I can just use ones that already exist. You ever make a video where Dash becomes Alicorn? No. There's tons of different things you could go, but it's usually I'm looking. I go and find a stupid idea or something, a simple premise, and then I just exfoliate from there. The server Ruby isn't that great, but Montiome was only around the early Ruby parts, so I'm taking it that it probably went its own direction after he died, and early on it was neat. It was a neat premise. I never finished watching it, but he was it was a cool idea and he was taking it in an interesting direction. And it was something it was a passion project that he was able to do, and how great would it for anybody to be able to do that? Long live Queen Derpy, yes. Is there going to be a cube? Here's this cube series? No. Are you friends with the Inverted Shadow? I've met him a few times, and I've talked with him a few times, but that's about it. I haven't really interacted with him much. I've been in a few panels with him, and anytime at conventions or running into each other, we'll chat. But besides that, that's about. I don't do like a weekly interaction with him or anything. But I know I have definitely talked with him. Hello, Moonchannel. I'm always keen on making stuff open for everybody. No, I am too. There, you can even download most of my Per Pony animations on DeviantArt because I just make them free, and I even give a release of copyright where you can use them freely without permission. Montiome was my hero, but I don't think he was a good showrunner. No, he was a creator. And he loved a certain aspect of it, and him on his own probably wouldn't do as well as having that team around him that could help with direction. But if you want somebody that is passionate about what they do, you won't find anybody more passionate about than Monty. How long do you live stream your video during the day? I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays usually for 2 to 3 hours, and then on Friday 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And then I want to try to mix in some other stuff in there. But yeah, that's on Twitch. I don't stream on here SFM stuff as much because I do not want to spoil things for people that may not want things spoiled. I was working on this. This whole video was built on live stream, other than like a small piece of it. So, but what if you don't want to do that? What if you popped into a live stream at this part? Well, now you know the joke is coming, so it ruins it. So I don't stream on YouTube for that stuff. That's what this is for, because it's spoiler free. I don't have to worry about ruining it for people. It's getting better now. Volumes 5, 7, and 8. Wow, that's going a lot longer than I thought it was. Monty was really good at animating dynamic fights. Yeah, his choreography was great. Have you ever met My Little Pony plushies? Nope. How do you pronounce your channel's name? It's Argo Damon. It's Damon. But you can call it whatever you want. You can call me Stephanie. Will you make a video where My Little Pony meets the other? Nope. I don't need ideas. Talk about Undertale or something like that. I've never played Undertale. Adam bought it for me a while back, but I've never actually played it still. It's on my list, but I have too many games I'm playing right now. Will Spike become integral to Twilight's fall from Muffin Grace? Sure. He's the cause of it. So I talked to you at Prince Whatever's concert. at the last BronyCon, a friend of mine grabbed you because I was too nervous to approach. Yes, I remember. We're talking. It was off to the side to the right. Yep, I remember talking with you. Yeah, that was fun. That was my most fun part of that convention was hanging out at that concert, talking with random people. So you were one of those. So it was a lot of fun. But so welcome. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I loved that concert and I loved that evening. Yeah, I remember talking about getting motivated. That's a hard one. Um, I don't know if you get asked this right. So really, this is the first time asking. But since Remembrance is my most favorite animation on YouTube, have you ever thought in doing a sequel? I have. There was originally a prequel I was going to make for that, but I never got around to it. There was supposed to be a minute and a half bit before Remembrance. I was going to give context to it, and I'm glad it never happened because it would have actually locked down more as to what was going on than I would have liked. And so I think that it was better it didn't happen. But I've thought about making another video from it, but because of Ashley H kind of taking the story in a direction, I don't want to step on that. I think it's super cool. And so if I ever were to do it, I would probably be checking with her before doing it because she almost owns that story more than I do now. So, but yeah, I kind of want to make something emotional again, but you usually need to make something longer to have that emotional impact. And I want to stick with short stuff right now because I am sick of not putting stuff out. So I'm trying to stick to like consistent releases. Do you chat on Twitter much? I do have a Twitter. It's just at Argo Damon. I don't really say much on there. I've been putting out like stupid GIFs and short videos whenever I do a stream. Started. I probably put more unique stuff on the Rathlos account, which is at Rathlos Says. But I use Twitter more as a means of distribution. I don't really use it much for. I don't really use it much for just saying what I ate that day or anything random. I keep to pretty specific as to animating stuff, that side of my life. Still haven't tried to start animating yet, though the best time is now. SFM is free. I'm sorry, we're giving you an idea. No, I like just going off of my own paths on stuff. So I get people that toss me ideas all the time, but if I jump off somebody else's idea, then it feels like I'm stealing. So I tend to try to stick to the stuff that are in my head. How do you come up with the premise of a new video? Well, like this Changeling one was mainly because of the previous one. And then that one just came about because I think I just heard the audio and it was just, that sounded fun and it was going to be stupid. So a lot of the stuff comes from music. If I ever have anything that has a music as the background, comes from that. If it's talking, it's because I just heard a voice and I just started going down a trail of what can I add to make it work. Like Sideswy was that way. Those Sideswy came about because of Jay Holler. The first one I did for Anthology 5, yeah, with Sideswy with the science button. That was because he was looking to get the audio to use for doing Pinkie Pie, I think, with the voice. I can't remember. And so I extracted all the audio for him. And then he got distracted by working on the intro to the video. And so I decided to use the audio instead. So it would never happen if it wasn't for him. Fair measure yours is, let's just say, I like the video. So there's going to be a bit where my point is singing Baby Shark. Hell no. For one, copyright. I don't want to deal with that. If they wanted somebody to do a Remembrance honor fic image, would you approve it or would you like to inform first? The only content I don't like being on YouTube on stuff is direct uploads. So if you downloaded my video and re-uploaded it in full, no. I've had a couple that I've taken down recently because somebody re-uploaded it but then cut the credits out the end and then said that they made it. That's the stuff. If you go and make your own thing, I don't care because I don't own the characters in any way. It's just don't re-upload the exact video, and then otherwise just do whatever you want. I don't care. Be creative. I'm not going to hold you back. Did you ever think of doing a reaction on one of your past videos? No, that's not. For instance, like right now, if I don't put out an animation, like I've been putting out weekly content for live stream highlights and tutorials, but I actually lose subscribers whenever I put those out. I actually go negative. The people that watch the videos tend to unsubscribe more than they subscribe. So I don't want to do any more of that than I need to. I still put it out weekly. I still love doing them, but I'm not gonna go hog wild on it. My first estimate video soon on my channel. Is the program hard to use? No, it's actually pretty easy. I would look up tutorials. There's a lot of information out there to help you out, but no, I think it's actually pretty easy. It's probably the easiest 3D animation you're going to be able to jump right into, because this interface it looks complicated, but in the end, like the majority of these buttons, you don't have to worry about. This slider is an add-on. Most of these buttons, you don't have to worry about. This whole thing in the corner, oh, you can't see that. Oh yeah, I guess it's pretty tiny anyway right now, but it's simple. But look up tutorials before you get too far into it, because you're just going to get confused otherwise. You look like Van Gogh. Think that's a compliment? Not sure. That's always a big thank you for her. And science. Yes. Simp for science. Super important question. Waffles or pancakes for breakfast? Right. Actually, I don't eat breakfast right now. I'm doing an intermittent fasting thing. But if I had to choose between the two, I've become more of a waffle person. But it depends on the toppings you're putting on top too, though. I usually go simple. But they're both good. It's all the difference is shape and crunch. Okay, they're not really the same, but whatever. Just douse them in sugar and butter, and you're good. I just noticed you look like Ed Sheeran. Don't trust me. I actually had it at work one time. Somebody said that during a meeting, and it was an IT thing, and so they had us all making profiles. And so while they were doing it, I made my profile have a picture of Ed Sheeran instead. And when they were going through and saw that that was my profile during the meeting, they laughed pretty good. So, no, I know. I just need longer hair. And Ed Sheeran isn't like going as bald as I am. I don't think, unless he's hiding it really well. Maybe it's a wig. Somebody's got to pull on it. Are you okay, man? Genuine concern. You look like you're upset internally. Yes, I'm super angry. It's all the rage building up. Oh, I'm fine. You're my favorite person making fun of My Little Pony animations. Well, thank you. I like me too. And I like you. Derpy, that's whenever I'm in a bad mood, I watch your vids and make me happy. Oh, that's cool. Thank you very much. When I first started with SFM, my goodness, I had no idea how to do anything. But when you get into it, it's not that complicated. I'd recommend starting with Valve's tutorials. Yes, look up the Valve's tutorials. Look up, just do I can actually, let's just pull that up here. So, if you just do a search on YouTube for this, hey, look who's live. For Source FilmMaker, the first thing that's going to pop up is the Source FilmMaker channel. Go through all their tutorials. You're going to go through this, and there are all these numbered ones. You're going to go through it and you'll be like, but this is all TF2 stuff. It's going to show you what the buttons do. Maybe those buttons are nothing you have to worry about, but now you know what they do, and you can know to ignore them. So definitely look up their tutorials. They're a great place to start. Pancakes or crepes? I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think I've had enough of either of them, or at least not enough crepes. And also most of the ones I've had have probably been at IHOP, which I don't know is quite the epitome of quality, to say one or the other. When are you going to post your feet like bring a coffee? I could. I have a whole setup. But I like even right, I had a couple IT issues just before the stream started. So I had like a last minute like throwing the thing together. Do you like sushi? Yes and no. I'm okay with it, but I don't have it very often. One thing I wanted to make sure to do before kind of hit the end here was I like promoting other people in the community that are making really, really cool stuff. And I think last month I did Quillo and Rainy visuals. Quillo Minar and Rainy visuals. So, but I found 2 other channels that are making some pretty cool content that I would recommend. I don't have any videos to show for it because I kind of had to restart beforehand. I didn't get it up in time. So, but the 2 I wanted to show were fairly small, but they looks like they're doing some pretty cool stuff. For one of them was Pipbuck Studio. If you haven't seen this, they are working on kind of a recreation of the Fought Equestria series. And normally when it comes to these super long, big animation projects, they fall apart. This one, they've already put out how long is this? 17-minute pilot episode. And the animation is, I'd say, average, but they were able to fully get all the voice actors. It's in Russian too, but they're subtitles for English. But they're able to get basically a whole large portion of it basically done. If you want to make something super, super detailed, you would need a lot of people and a lot of time. What's great about this is the animation quality might be a little lower, but they got it done. And to me, that is a huge accomplishment, probably more than even trying to go way further with it. So I'm interested to see if how they keep going with this. So I do recommend checking them out. The other one is, and I just kind of ran across them recently, it was Twilight. So they don't have too much on here. And just like the other person, their animation quality is probably just around the average, but their use of cinematography and camera angles and in timing is spectacular. Their animation could be the worst possible, and their camera work alone would be enough to sell it. But from watching one video to another, it's getting better and better. And they have this big video they're working on, Solar Flare 2. There actually is a full completed version. The first one, I'd have to go back to find it, but that is already done. And yeah, here, and it is good stuff. I would recommend watching them because they are definitely getting pretty good. So so there's my 2 recommendations. Follow them, let them know they're doing a good job. Because if you let people know they're doing good, chances are they're going to keep making more. And I know people here, especially in this fandom, love content. So recommend it. Oh my God, you guys wrote some big paragraphs here. Yeah, I understand the motion editor. Yeah, motion editor is confusing for those that just jumping into it because it just looks like this. And if you really want to get confusing, you can right click it and say show sample points. Yeah, that looks even more confusing. You should have 1 million subs. Well, mainly the reason I wasn't doing much for a while. I was putting out content every couple months. That's not going to really drive a channel. Because I've been putting up more consistent content, like the subscription rate has went up about 7 to 8 times what it was beforehand. But even then, it'll take me 7 years to hit 1 million. So I want to keep pushing on it to see where it goes, and try spreading out content a bit more. But really, that number doesn't mean much to me. It's about having fun and enjoying things. I have been changing things up to where I was barely breaking even because I pay for software and stuff on the side. And if it wasn't for Patreon and stuff, I would have been losing money doing stuff. But I've been changing things up to where I'm now a lot more in the green. That's why, even right now, if you were here last month, this quality, this is a much better camera. The quality is much, much higher than it was for streaming. And I even have, it's harder to see, but I do have, I have a light right here. I have a light back there. I have a light over here. So, and it was because of YouTube and Patreon and Twitch supporters that I've been able to do that. And as things grow, I want to do more of that. I want to hire an editor to do some more of the live stream highlights to help with that. I want to hire, probably in the future, to even hire another animator to help work on stuff. So I want to try to have things grow, but I want to do it slow. If you go fast, it's going to. I work full time. I work 40 hours a week. So because of that, I can't put as much time into things as I would like. And so I want to take it slow to make sure I'm not going to burn out and not just like go off the side and say, screw everything, I'm done. How do not get your PC to explode? That's a powerful engine. SFM it can utilize some aspects of a powerful computer and not others. SFM2 is probably going to work better, but until SFM gets moved to like a 64-bit program, you can beef up a computer, but you're going to be bottlenecked by the software a lot. Oh. I already watched this channel. Well, thank you very much. What type of work do you do other than doing animations? I brought it before. I'm a quality analyst on the side. I can't go into details of my job. It's a contract thing, but I'm working within quality control and quality compliance. So it's a lot of spreadsheets and stuff. But that's what I do on the side. And right now I work from home, so I'm kind of already at the office. Could you see the 2021 MLP movie being done in SFM? No. I don't see them doing that because why? If you're a big budget movie company, grab the best software you can, and you're going to, because that's the industry standard, and you're going to be hiring people that probably have experience in those softwares. SFM would require a whole different group of people. It would never happen. It's not to say that movies can't be done in SFM. They would just have to like contract it up from Valve. What software vendor would you suggest for those starting out? There's a lot of free ones. If you're looking at like pictures, do GIMP. If you're looking for video software, watch Humble Bundle every now and then. They'll have video editing software that's on there for cheap. Otherwise, I use the Adobe bundle, but that's like $56 a month. I love it. I will not give it up. I'm okay with spending that. I've spent thousands of dollars on Adobe over the last couple of years, but I love the software, and every year it upgrades and gets better. So I will keep paying it. But that's again why YouTube and Patreon and all of them are great for being able to support that. So I don't have to go into negative myself. How COVID-19 affect me? I got really demotivated for a while early on. I put on some weight, and I just got sick of being at home, but I've gotten better about it now. And then I went really hard on losing weight, and so I'm down 45 pounds, I think, from last May. So I'm doing really good at it. And I feel great because of it too. So, I'm in a much better place now than I was a couple months ago. What do you think about My Little Pony from the 80s? We don't talk about them. If you were a middle school teacher, what class would you teach? If it was middle school, probably math. If it was college, no. That level of math I wouldn't want to do. But middle school math was fun. Like that was like geometry and algebra, and that's the fun math. I love that kind of math. Even like getting into early calculus was great, as long as you don't do integrals. Derivatives are fun. Integrals aren't. 35 pounds. Weight Watchers would love you. No, I never did Weight Watchers. I did no sugar, reduced carb, but if eating carb, good carbs, wheats, whole grains, and intermittent fasting. So like it's like what now, 12:10? I haven't ate since before stream yesterday, so since 5:40 last evening. So I usually go like 18 to 20 hours without eating a day, and then I'll pile on calories in that window. So I haven't reduced my calories, but I'll just eat in a smaller window, and it's helped a lot. Like I'm 20 pounds below what I've ever been. So, what's your favorite moment in the Austria series? It's hard to say without spoiling. Then there's too many moments in those books, but I would say the fight with Verlax was, the end of the previous finished book, when they got to the end, the fight in the ocean, on the ocean before transitioning sides, It means nothing to a lot of people, but that fight with Bard at the end, that was so good. That was so good. And if you want to get to the part in the book, you have to read about 3 million words. But it was so, oh my God, it was so good. Math is science and science is math. But yeah, and I agree. They're very, very interlinked, but the math, just algebra is fun. Probably doesn't matter. But I wanted to say my favorite is math. Microsoft Excel is my job, actually. Like Excel, if you want to be able to get a good paying job, just learn Excel. Not like a little bit, but get deep into it. Learn how to do some very complex reports with slicers and timelines. Figure out how to use formulas in complex ways to build dynamic reports. If you want, I've been doing Excel for 16 or 17 years. I actually ended up going to, I wonder if I can find, I'm going to see if I can find a picture of this from high school. I graduated in 2003, so it would be old, but I think I have pictures from when I ended up going to Dallas, Texas for, yeah, I think I do. If you want to see a really old picture of me, I think, God, look at this. That's me. Oh wait, no, let's blow this up so you guys can actually see this. So yeah, that's me. This was when I was 18, I think. So that was half my life ago. And I ended up going, this is what I think when we won state. And then we ended up going to nationals, and it was because of Excel. I just really knew Excel, I guess. And because of that, I was able to build. It took a long time, but I ended up, now that is my job, where it's Excel and SharePoint are my two things that I do for my job the most. And things that I think are easy in Excel to do, some people never even knew was possible. And so and that's a common thing. So if you want to get somewhere, learn Excel. Get complicated with it. You don't wear glasses? No, I do. I just don't wear them now because I don't need them. I'm nearsighted, and like even I can still read. Let's see. Let's go back here. I can still read chat right now without squinting. My eyes aren't that bad, but if I go driving and I'm outside or I'm doing stuff at conventions, I'll wear my glasses. It's just they're in the other room, so I can't. Well. Then I have my old pair in here. Oh, there they are. Oh my God, these are dirty. Oh my God. Look at these things. Can you even see it? Here. I'm blurry. Yeah. No, there's... Oh my God, those are so dusty. I mean, they're just sitting in a drawer. I don't care about them anymore. They're getting rocking Excel mastery. Yes. It's something that's so common, so simple, and knowing how to use it is so powerful for a career. What do you think about the animation in My Little Pony movie? I love the My Little Pony movie had my favorite animation in the whole series. I loved it. I've thought about doing some like animations like from the movie using the audio from there, but I can make an animation that I feel is better than from the show because I can put a lot of time into a very small piece. I cannot outdo the movie. It is too good. Hello from Russia. Hello, it's me. How do you make the animation smooth? That is a very difficult question. That's like how do you it's just practice and time. Look up information on the 12 principles and practice them. But when I started, I wasn't that good. It just took me time to learn and find my way of doing things. So if you want to get good at animating and do smooth animation, it's practice and patience. Well, actually, it's probably more patience than practice because it's going to take time. I have 9,000 hours in the software for a reason. Well, a couple thousand of that is probably render time, but you look great. Thank you very much. I feel great. You can't post small text messages. How do you post small text messages? So your first video was about Minecraft. Kind of. I actually deleted a lot of my old content. not for the reason you would think. I used to play an old MMO, and that's what that's from. I used to play Minecraft. Well, I still play Minecraft every now and then, but that was what that's from. No, I had a lot of like AMV type things from video games to put to music, but you can do channel kind of like a Patreon type setup on YouTube, but you cannot set it up if your YouTube channel has a certain amount of videos that are considered to have copyrighted content from other creators. So to have that option even enabled on my channel, I had to clear up videos that had copyrighted content. So I had to go clean through a lot of unlisted videos that I had, and mainly the ones that were originally on my channel used copyrighted music. So if I wanted to open up that option, I had to get rid of them. And they were old things. So I downloaded copies and I kept them, but it was so that my channel would go into a better standing from the copyright perspective. You look great with glasses. You look 20% smarter. You should see me without facial hair. I look like a baby. You ever tried Flash animation? No, never tried it. Is there at least an online 3D animating program for Firefox? Don't know. No, I have no clue. I don't even use Firefox anymore. Who uses Firefox? What games do you play? Any MMOs? Right now, I've been playing Gunfire Reborn a bit. That's kind of just my like jump into and play game for a short bit. We've been playing Monster Hunter World. There's kind of 4 of us been playing that. We also just recently finished up the last DLC for Borderlands 3 with a small group. We're also just at the very, very end of Divinity Original Sin, and we're trying to get through that. I've been wanting to play Plague Innocence, an Innocence Tale, I think is what it's called. I haven't done that yet. But mainly the big ones right now we're playing is Monster Hunter, if everybody's on at the time, or I'm kind of between some of the other games, but I have a long list to get through. Is your Discord where you can chat with you the most? Yeah, that's I'm usually I check that every day. I check everything that's on there. And anybody's free to join. I try to jump in the audio chat there once a week. I kind of missed last week because I was trying to get this video done and I was wearing myself out. So I didn't want to wear myself out more. And normally I jump on there Sunday mornings, but I probably won't tomorrow because I'm considering tomorrow to be a completely me day and I'm not working on anything. I haven't had one of those for quite a while. What do you think of Pony Life? No, I haven't really seen it. I like the memes. That's about the best that I've seen out of it though. How do you get so good in SFM? Time and patience. That is the best I'm going to be able to say on that. Can you learn me what to do in animation? The YouTube, not YouTube's, the Twitch streams that I run twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, I was getting a lot of questions early on where people were saying, can I get help with this? Can I get help with that? And it was really hard to do one-on-one assisting. So the stream started as a method for if somebody has a question, come to the streams, ask the question, or ask it beforehand. I'll try to answer it on the stream. You can watch it later. So if you need help or answer questions for SFM, come to those. Then I can not only help you, but help others. You're not interrupting animating or anything. The purpose is to help. And I've been doing those now for 5 years. Something like that. A long time. Oh, you start doing SFM? I wanted to make animation stuff, and I wanted to play a part of the community, the creating part of the community, and never did animating before, so I decided to give it a shot. Voila. I got really lucky. Do you stream on Twitch? Yes, I stream on Twitch twice a week. It's just search my YouTube name on there. I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays for 2 to 3 hours at a time. But do know that there is usually spoilers. So if you don't like being spoiled on YouTube content, I wouldn't come. But if you don't mind, then come, enjoy, have fun. We've been getting on average like 25 to 30 people a stream now. And I say we because my roommate Michael's usually with us too. And you can ask him to do really stupid impressions. Bad. How do you fight against false copyright claims? I've only had one, and it was on some really, really old video where they were claiming that the wind noise that I used was a song. So, but that one I just decided that it wasn't worth it, and I just replaced the music. But I've never really had false copyright claims otherwise. Um, I've had legitimate copyright claims because I've used copyrighted music, and I don't fight those. But otherwise, I haven't actually had any issue myself. I've been really lucky, I guess. What Russian words do I know? None. I mean, other than just words that sound Russian, but I have no idea what I'm saying then. Um, YouTube video we made so far. My favorite YouTube video I made so far. They're all good. They're all good in different ways. I like Remembrance because of because not from the making of it, but how it's affected the community. I liked Leaving the Stable because I was able to tell a narrative story in that fashion. Was a lot of fun. The Australia one, being able to take a fanfic that I absolutely love and turning it into a visual format, was just great. They all have different ways, but I love all of the stuff I do. Were you already used to making animations before doing SFM? No, never done it before SFM. I've done photography, video editing stuff, but I've never done 3D animation before then. I've been in Brony for since just after season 2. I can tell you like Rainbow Dash in 3D. The main reason I like using her model isn't, I mean, I like Rainbow Dash as a character, but the model itself actually has benefits. The hair, the way that it's set up, because it's a lot more scattered, works better. Rarity and Fluttershy's hair usually doesn't work very well, or is difficult to manage or make look good in wind or whatever because of the bouncy shape. Like Rarity's hair in a wind wouldn't straighten out, but I don't have that option with that shape. Twilight's tends to be more like cardboardy, so it gets difficult to use too. Applejack is actually pretty decent for it, but her tail is still difficult. It's just that the Rainbow Dash model works best in almost every situation that I would normally use a model for in terms of making it look good and natural. Have you ever used Vegas 14? Nope. I like my Adobe. Even Stable is amazing. I have a huge passion for Fallout Equestria. There's a lot of people that do. And I love work. I love jumping back into that world. I've had like two or three other videos for Fallout stuff that have never came and finished. Some that I put a ton of work into, but I'll never come out. Well, hi, Fire Lily. I haven't talked to you forever. I've been doing really well. I hope you're doing well too. But hello. Robert making my way downtown is funny. That was an 8-hour video that took 8 hours to make. That's the kind of content I want to go back to. Something I can put out super fast without sacrificing too much quality. I've said before in a stream that 90% of a video takes 10% of your time, but 10% of the last 10% takes 90% of your time. That was a video where I stuck with the first 90% and stopped. I didn't do the refinement. I didn't do the cleanup. I cheated on a lot of things, but you can get content out super fast that way. Do you know Scribbler Production? It sounds familiar, but I don't know. You need to make more Starlight Glimmer in SFM. I had an idea for something with her. There's a song that the person that sings it sounds a lot like Starlight, but because I'm trying to move away from using copyrighted content for music in bits to ones that I can not copyright myself, but that I can potentially monetize myself. If there's going to be ads on it, I'd rather have it be something that can help support me. So I've stopped doing that. So that video is kind of thrown out because of that shift. How's coronavirus? I have no idea. You have to look online. But hasn't affected me too much. I've been doing pretty good. My jobs have gotten busier because of it. I don't work in medical, but they've been hiring, and it's just easy to do my stuff from home. What was your first animation you put on YouTube? I had a little plane flying through the sky. It was horrible. It took me like the entire Saturday afternoon to make something that was just cheap, but got the job done. And it helped me learn. And just busy with the Navy. Still miss talking about seeing friends. Yeah, I'm glad it's going good for you in the Navy. I remember when you said you were going to be shipping. Want to learn animation because my one friend won't learn from me. Ask you to learn to me. Like I said, I would just recommend coming to the streams. That's going to be the only time I'm going to really put too much time into helping anybody one-on-one. Ever made an SFM with custom voice acting? Kind of. My promo that I made for Winnie City and BabsCon, I believe, a couple years ago, my sister actually did the voices for, and me. And that turned out pretty funny. But I don't like to pull. I brought it before. If I have somebody that I request or do to get some audio from, I basically have to finish the idea, and I'm like 50-50 on finishing ideas. So I don't like to request or an idea or request something from somebody and then not use it. And if it's commissioned, then they're still getting paid. But then they're making something and they want to have what they made used. And so I haven't really done that. I have ideas for stuff that could use voice actors, but I like the challenge of taking something that has pre-made audio and then making something around it. It's fun. You think anything about My Little Pony was sad with the book club? Well, yeah, and I loved it. I loved the ending. I think it was a great way to cap things off. I think it probably could have been capped off earlier, but everybody's going to hate me for saying that because they're like, no, we want more pony. I like a good story, and sometimes the best part of the story is when it ends. Not because it's over, but because it encompasses everything. Do you have any else? Yes, I do. Has ever appeared in any of your SFM animations? Yeah, actually, he's right there. It's in the window. No, I hide him all over the place. If you actually check the community tab on my YouTube, you'll find that I put on there a ton of different stuff showing as to where I've hidden my OC over time. Oh, we're really gonna be into animation. I just like creating. I like making stuff. I did Halo 2 photography for a while. That sounds really weird, but I did Halo photography. I did website development. Built websites for a while. I like having a creative outlet, and this was my creative outlet for a while. I just stuck with it a lot longer than I've stuck with anything else. Have there been a POV where you've wanted to do, but you just can't due to copyright? I actually started one using Lady Gaga, the Edge of Glory, using Rara, and I didn't really get that far into it, but I had some lip syncing and animating done on it, but there was no way I was going to be able to upload that without a strike. So I never went anywhere with it. But that was kind of a fun one to get started. But now you watch all of those videos and play Where's Argo. Just go through the community tab. You'll find, I think I finished that, but there's a ton of them on there that show where all of them are. Are you usually planning on doing any more pony cons? Fairly saying, are you? If they ever come back to doing them, yes, I definitely will. I want to. I really enjoy the conventions, so when they're back, I definitely will. I like the cello again. That was nice. G5. Don't go back. No, I think that G4 was great, but if you were to say before G4 started that you were going to be watching that, you would probably be like, no, why would I watch My Little Pony? You don't know until season 5 comes out, or generation 5, but we'll see. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But it's new, and I love new. I love change. Because if all you the things that you like had a beginning, and if all you do is sit with the things that you like and don't explore, it's gonna get stagnant, and it's gonna get old. And I know it's familiar, but I want new. I want exciting. If you met Lauren Foss, never met her before. I ran into a lot of the voice actors, and I've talked to a lot of the voice actors, but I don't think it would really affect me at all. I'm not big on like the big fancy people. What do you remember? Your channel avatar? I just wanted a channel avatar early on. I chose Rainbow Dash, and now I feel like I can't change it because if I do, then people are going to recognize it. But I just needed somebody to go there, and that's just been there since like day one. Sorry, I'm just trying to read through here. Do you think I could try doing YouTube in 2020? Still get big? It's a lot of luck. So there was a YouTuber I watched once that was talking about that there's no luck in getting noticed. It's just hard work and dedication. Yes. But luck plays a big part on win. If you really push hard, make good content, and you put a lot of effort into distribution and getting your name out there, you will eventually will become bigger. When you become bigger is the luck part. If you give it an infinite amount of time, luck plays no part. But if you get it, if you get noticed and found in a week, there was a lot of luck involved. You hit the right thing at the right time. But the longer you keep doing it, the less luck is involved with that. I got really lucky early on, and that luck played a big part on my stuff. But it might not for you. It's a flooded market out there now, and it's harder to get noticed. But if it's something you enjoy, do it. Who cares? If just do what you enjoy anyway. This is fun. Yeah, I gotta go. And actually, I do too. I have some people coming over like in 30 minutes, so I actually have to go prepare a little bit for that because I'm already a half hour over. But I just want to see if there's any. I'm just gonna try to catch up with any that are already posted here. Actually, Lauren Foster, she's really nice. Yeah, she always seemed really nice. Wrestling videos still one of my favorite videos. Thank you for making it. Those were fun. Now that I think about it, Halloween's in a month. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make anything for her. But I did try. I had an Alishai 3 started, but I never got anywhere with it. I'm going to finally update his profile picture to have his actual see everyone else. Who's his imposter? No, that's what it is. Nobody knows the character. Like, I don't like flaunting my OC. It only exists because the community was looking for a way to represent me. I didn't want a way to represent me. The community did. And so that's why it exists. So I don't, other than that, I just like sneaking into the background. How much money does YouTube give you at least? Well, I'm not going to share numbers. It originally before was barely enough to keep me from what I was spending or to just keep doing what I was doing. But now in the last couple of months, it's grown enough to where I can invest. So that's why like the camera here, like look at this, the quality, it's so nice. So I got this is a Sony a6000. I got multiple lights set up, better arms set up, and there's a couple software things I want to get, and I potentially want to hire on editors. So it's enough now where I want to take everything I've made between Patreon and YouTube and Twitch subscribers, put all that money back into it. I'm not keeping any of it. So every time I make something, I spend it on something to help make it better. So I don't plan on, I don't want to use it for me because the community helped support me to get there. I'm going to give it back to the community. I hope you do more videos like this. I had a great time. I plan to do this once a month, about once a month, probably around there. So, how dramatic do you think rarity is? 11. This is we can see Argo more times per second. Yeah, that's why this is running at 60 frames per second. I was running a Logitech C720 or whatever last time with no lights, and it was crappy. This is super nice. Look at this. I love this camera. And also I have a fancy lens on this one too. It's a Sigma f1.4 30mm. So that's why I like the blur quality. If I go here, like look at that, the blur. Can't even see me anymore. Look, I'm right there. Is it gonna find me there? Come on. Check the. Oh no, it's not going to. So no, it's super good quality. I love it. But my hobby wouldn't mind helping you. I'd want to hire an editor and it would be a paid thing. I want to hire an editor to do live stream highlights and potentially tutorial editing, but those ones are pretty easy to do. But the live stream edits take me a while. I usually spend 2 evenings a week if I'm going to put out a highlight that week, 2 evenings a week doing that. And that's like a third of my week that I could be having some time to actually relax, editing and finding stuff on the highlights. So I want to do that eventually, but I want to make sure that financially it becomes stable to where I am not suddenly having a drop and then coming out of pocket. So yeah. So thank you for the support on that because it actually makes all that possible. The highlights are super fun and I do like putting them out. And it helps please the YouTube algorithm by having out weekly content. But with that, I'm going to have to actually end this because I need to go and do stuff. But like I said, I do plan on doing this once a month-ish or something. So thank you for coming. Thank you for the support, not just in here, but just in general for the last 8 years, 7 years, the years, and all that. But if you do enjoy the streaming thing, come to Twitch. It's just twitch.tv/ArcGoddamn, and I stream twice a week doing SFM stuff, some gaming stuff, and it's just fun. I really do enjoy those, and it keeps me productive. So you're the best. Otherwise, yeah, I finished my coffee a while ago, but it's the logo. I know it's the. Oh yeah, YouTube's logo is still my face. I'm a lot of stuff I'm changing to this as the logo, the coffee cup with the thing on it. But no, thank you everybody. This is for the chat. For you as well. You guys are phenomenal. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, have a good weekend. Have a good month. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you. I was going to say see you next time. What is this? PBS? No. Go out. Have fun. Go eat food. Drink some coffee. Drink coffee. Delicious. Okay. Where's my button? There it is. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye. Wait, do I have Kitty? It was end the stream with Kitty. 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 All right. Bye-bye.